All right, I greet you all. This is a brief orientation for our prospective postdoctoral fellows for the 2026/2027 academic session. And I pray that this will be an eye-opener to you all that want to apply for this program. It is with profound honor and a deep sense of intellectual responsibility that I present this brief lecture, this orientation lecture on the postdoctoral research program of El-Elyon International Bible College and Seminary. A program that does not merely extend your academic pursuit, but elevates your academic pursuit into a realm of influence, into a realm of authority, and also into a realm of global influence. You see, what you are stepping into, as far as this program is concerned, is far more than an academic phase. It is a transformational threshold. It is the point at which learning evolves into discovery. It is a point at which curiosity matures into expertise. It is a point, or the point, at which knowledge becomes a tool for shaping society and redefining the future. The postdoctoral experience represents the highest refinement of scholarship. The highest refinement of scholarship. A space where you are no longer primarily a consumer of ideas, but a creator of knowledge, a driver of innovation, and a voice that informs both academia and society. So this orientation marks a moment where your journey or your intellectual journey takes on deeper meaning and greater responsibility. You are transitioning from structured learning into a realm where you ask the questions others have not yet imagined. You ask the questions that others have not yet imagined. You are getting into a realm in this program where you challenge assumptions that have long gone unquestioned. In this program, you're getting to a realm where you generate insight that influence disciplines, insight that influence institutions and nations. That is what we are getting into in this program. Let it be clearly stated that this level of scholarship is not for the ordinary. It is for those willing to rise above or beyond limitation into what? Into significance. So it's not for everybody. I'm telling you, it's not for everybody. You have been identified as individuals capable of carrying the weight of advanced scholarship and translating it into impact that extend beyond classrooms and conferences into the real world. So postdoctoral program is a call to rise above comfort. It's a call to embrace intellectual rigor. It's a call to what? To commit yourself to a path where your work becomes part of a larger global conversation. One that defines progress, one that shapes policy, and one that influences generations. If there is one truth you must carry from this moment, it is this: the world does not change by information alone. Did you hear what I said? The world does not change by information alone. It changes by those who advance knowledge and apply it with vision and courage. With vision and courage. So this program, this postdoctoral research program, is designed to position you among those individuals. You are not applying for this program to add another qualification. No. You are here to become indispensable in your field. Somebody they cannot do without in your field. That is why you are enrolling for this advanced program. You are not enrolling here to follow established paths. No. You are enrolling here to create new paths. You are not here to simply succeed academically. No. You are here so that you can matter globally. So as you are coming in, allow this program to stretch you intellectually. Allow this program to refine you professionally. Allow this program to elevate you strategically. Because at the end of this journey, the goal is not just that you have completed a program. The goal is that you have become a recognized authority. The goal is that you have become a respected scholar. The goal is that you have become a transformational leader. The goal is that you have become a voice, a global voice of influence. That is what you become after going through this program. Now, let me give you a brief historical evolution and origin of postdoctoral program, because this is important. Brief historical evolution or origin of postdoctoral program. This is very, very important. Very, very important. So to truly appreciate the depth, the value, and the strategic importance of postdoctoral research program, it is essential to understand its historical evolution. The postdoctoral journey is not a recent invention that just started yesterday. No. It is not the product. It is the product of a long-standing academic tradition that is rooted in pursuit of excellence, rooted in mastery, and also rooted in intellectual leadership. So the concept of postdoctoral research began to take shape in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, particularly within the highly structured academic systems of Europe and North America. During this period, universities were undergoing a transformation from institutions focused primarily on teaching to center dedicated to research, discovery, and innovation to the broader society. Now, so when this postdoctoral program started in Europe and North America, leading institutions such as the Johns Hopkins University, the University of Oxford, and prominent German research universities became pioneers of this movement. They recognize a critical gap in academic pipeline. They recognize it. So while the doctoral degree certifies a scholar's ability to conduct research, the doctoral degree that you are just doing now, okay, it certifies your ability to conduct research, but it will not fully prepare you for independent scholarly leadership or professorial responsibility. It doesn't prepare you for professorial responsibility. What prepare you for professorial responsibility is this postdoctoral program you are applying. So to address this, the postdoctoral model was introduced as an advanced stage of what? Of academic refinement. Take note of, underline the word refinement. Advanced stage. Postdoctoral program is an advanced stage of academic refinement. And so what is the foundational purpose of this postdoctoral program? At its inception, The postdoctoral program was designed with clear and strategic objectives. And what are these objectives? Number one, refinement of research competence. Newly admitted PhD holders, newly graduated PhD holders, we are given the opportunity to deepen their expertise by working closely with established scholars, thereby strengthening both the quality and also the impact of their research. So the first reason is what? Refinement of research competence. The second reason for postdoctoral program is advanced specialization. Scholars were encouraged to move beyond general knowledge into highly focused areas of inquiry. This enabling them to become authorities in emerging and critical fields. So number two, advanced specialization. Number three, transition to academic independence. Did you hear what I said? Transition to academic independence. The postdoctoral phase served as a bridge between guided doctoral training, take note, guided doctoral training, and the demands of independent academic career, particularly in teaching, one, in publishing, two, and in leading research initiatives. I'm giving you the historical evolution and the foundational purpose of research, postdoctoral research. What about the global expansion and the multidisciplinary adoption of postdoctoral program? What began as a model primarily within the natural sciences, because postdoctoral program began as a model primarily within the natural sciences, gradually expanded across disciplines and continents. As the global academic community evolved, the need for deeper, more impactful scholarship became evident in every field. So today, postdoctoral research is firmly established across diverse disciplines, including theology and religious studies, addressing ethical, spiritual, and societal questions. It also cuts across psychology and behavioral sciences, advancing understanding of human behavior and mental health. It also cuts across education and leadership studies, shaping institutional effectiveness and policy. It also cuts across humanity and social sciences, interpreting culture, interpreting history, and societal dynamics. This expansion of postdoctoral program reflects a critical realization that every discipline that seeks relevance must also pursue depth, and depth is achieved through advanced research. Advanced research in postdoctoral program. So that was the evolution. That was how it evolved. Now, from the time it evolved till now, what is the modern significance, the contemporary significance of the postdoctoral program? In contemporary academia, the postdoctoral program has become more than a tradition. It is now a global standard of excellence. Did you hear what I said? Postdoctoral program is now a global standard of excellence. It is widely regarded as the final stage of scholarly formation. It is widely regarded as the gateway to academic independence. It is also regarded widely as the launch pad for professorial and leadership role. It is the path that leads to professorship. So the postdoctoral experience transforms individual from qualified researchers into recognized authorities whose work shapes disciplines and influences society. You are not just enrolling for this program. You're not just enrolling in a program. No, sir. No, ma'am. You are stepping into a legacy of excellence that has produced influential professors, that has produced groundbreaking researchers, that has produced policy shapers, that has produced thought leaders across generations. That is what you are stepping into. That the same system that refined some of the world's greatest mind is now being extended to you through this postdoctoral program. I'm saying this so you know the importance of the program you are applying. The question, therefore, is not whether the system works. The evidence is clear. The question is, will you fully engage and emerge as one of the next generation of global scholars? That is the question. So now let me also say something about the conceptual framework of the postdoctoral program. I'm trying to throw light, okay, for you to see what postdoctoral program is all about. A postdoctoral research program must be clearly understood for what it truly represents. It is not the continuation of undergraduate study. No, it is merely an extension of doctoral training. Rather, it is postdoctoral program is a fundamental shift in academic identity, academic purpose, and also in academic responsibility. At the undergraduate level, the focus is on acquiring knowledge. At the doctoral level, the emphasis is on demonstrating the ability to conduct research. However, at the postdoctoral level, the expectation changes significantly. You are no longer being trained, you are being positioned. Position to do what? Position to lead, position to influence, position to define the direction of knowledge within your field. So postdoctoral program is the act of positioning you for influence. So the distinction is critical. The postdoctoral program is therefore best understood not as another academic stage, no, but as a strategic elevation into scholarly authority and also into global relevance. There are three core pillars of the postdoctoral framework. Three core pillars. You see, the strength and the uniqueness of the postdoctoral experience can be captured in three fundamental pillars. Number one, we have what is called the intellectual independence. That is the first pillar of postdoctoral framework. At this level of intellectual dependence, dependency on structured supervision begins to diminish and intellectual autonomy becomes essential. That is the first pillar. And then the second pillar is knowledge production. The second pillar is knowledge production. Perhaps the most defining feature of a postdoctoral program is the shift in emphasis from learning existing knowledge to creating new knowledge. That is the second pillar. The third pillar is professional maturation. Beyond research, the postdoctoral program serves as a comprehensive platform for professional and intellectual refinement. Take note, for what? As a platform for professional and intellectual refinement. It is during this phase that you begin to fully develop your identity as a scholar. Kai, did you hear what I said? It is at this stage, at this phase of this program, as a postdoctoral program, that you begin to develop your identity as a scholar. Strategic importance and contemporary relevance. You see, in the 21st century, please follow me gradually. I want you to know the importance of this program. Is very, very important, very, very relevant in the 21st century. So in the 21st century, the relevance of postdoctoral research is not optional. It's not optional. When you see somebody putting in for postdoctoral program, it's because that person has seen the future and wants to rule the future. So it's not optional. It is indispensable. I'm talking to you. I've done my postdoctoral program. So you desire to get to the peak, the small peak that God has brought us to. This is one of the ways, the pathway that will lead you there. And with all humility, we have what it takes to prepare you in getting to the peak of your field in this program. We have what all it takes. So it's a program that is meant for people who are serious. It's not meant for everybody. We don't admit everybody, even if you can pay school fees. We don't admit there are people we deny this admission. Admission for postdoctoral program, there are people we deny admission. If it's PhD, masters, and they come, we will admit you. But this program, no, sir, it's not meant for everybody. So in the 21st century, like I said, the relevance of postdoctoral program is not optional, it is indispensable. Why is it indispensable? We are living in a time that is defined by unprecedented technological advancement. Time that is defined by deepening social, ethnic, or ethical and cultural complexities. A global demand for solution that is grounded in evidence rather than opinion. So in such a world that we live today, me and you and all of us, surface level knowledge, peripheral knowledge is no longer sufficient. I'm telling you. Surface level knowledge is no longer sufficient today. You are quiet today and listening to me because I have something to offer. You are quiet now listening to me because I'm saying something substantial. If I'm giving you a surface level knowledge, you will not listen to this video till the end. So what is required are individuals who can analyze deeply, who can think critically, and produce solutions that are both innovative and applicable. Both what? Innovative and applicable. This is precisely where postdoctoral research becomes essential. In this program, you are going to advance knowledge frontiers. At this level, scholarship is no longer about repeating what is known. Did you hear what I said? What you are going to do at the postdoctoral level is not repeating what is known. No, it is about expanding what is possible. Kai. And you will embark on a research that is structured and systematic. A structured and systematic inquiry. One of the most important transformations you must undergo in this program is in your understanding of research. I will demystify research for you. And research will no longer be a mystery in this program. Research is often perceived as complex or intimidating. In reality, it is a structured and disciplined approach to solving meaningful problems. When properly understood, research becomes not a burden, but a means of influence and relevance. In this program, one of the things we're going to be doing is to train you on how to handle SPSS very well. I will take it from the scratch. From the scratch to improve your analytical ability and your methodology and your competence. Your analytical ability, your methodology, and your competence. In contemporary research, tools such as SPSS, Statistical Package for Social Sciences, are indispensable. You cannot do research in this 21st century without knowing how to use SPSS. In this program, I will take SPSS gradually from the beginning, and I will teach you as if you don't know SPSS at all. We'll break down everything, every part of SPSS. You are not writing exams. You are not taking coursework. It's this thing we are going to face. And so I'm going to give you everything you need. And when you are done with this program, research will become a child's play. Handling SPSS, using SPSS for analysis will become a child's play. We are not rushing to take some lectures. We are not rushing to take some courses. No, we are centering on this advanced and structured research in this program. That is what you are applying for. It's an advanced program, sir. And that is why we only admit few people, because we want to give them attention. It's a serious program, sir. The current set of postdoctoral students graduating, we have only 15 of them. And in this admission this year, if we stretch, then we take it up to 20. It can't go beyond 20. And on the list now, we have more than 40 that applied for this program already. We have more than 40. We can't take all. Sorry, I'm sorry to tell you this. Even if all of you are willing to pay school fees, we can't take all. This is a serious program. So this one now we have 15. So we take around 15 again this year. And if we stretch, if there is need for us to stretch, we can't go beyond 20. So we have more than half of you that have applied. More than half of you are not going. Maybe you will wait for another year. I want you to take note of this. The maximum number of people we can take for this program in this academic session is 20. The maximum is 20. We can't take more than that. Because if we must take more than that, we must ask for permission. But at least 15 to 20 is the range. Are we together? So if SPSS was a problem for you at this level, you are going to deal with SPSS at the degree, PhD level, at this postdoctoral level. We are not leaving any stone unturned. We take it gradually with you. And that is why we need few people that we can give attention to. We take you gradually. There are some ICT knowledge we're going to teach you also that will help you. There are some ICT knowledge we're going to teach you that will help you in this program. At the end of the day, you will thank God that you are part of the people that went through this program. I'm telling you this thing. It's a serious program. It's a serious program. Very, very serious. Very, very serious. You don't have problem with research. You don't have problem with journal article. How to write journal article and have it published in a standard journal. You don't have problem with that after going through this program. Because what makes you relevant after you become a doctor, what makes you relevant is your ability to write articles and publish them on journals. And that is what we're going to handle here, and how you can conduct your analysis using SPSS. Those are the things we're going to do here. We're going to teach you how to write academic papers. Academic books that will become textbooks. And when you write very well, they become textbooks in El-Elyon and other seminaries. Where every year student will be asked to pay for those textbooks as their lecture materials, and the money will go to you. You are coming in for something great. It's a very special program. And because of my schedule and other things, we need to admit people that I will be able to have time for. I will not be able to admit people because majorly I am fully in charge of the postdoctoral program. In as much as I oversee other activities, other administrative and whatever, okay, I will still devote time. And that is why we want to admit the number that we will be able to give them attention. The postdoctoral research program is also a pathway to professorship. You want to become a professor, this is the way to follow. You want to become a professor tomorrow, this is the way to follow. One of the most compelling reasons to engage in this program is its direct alignment with academic advancement, elevation to your peak, becoming a professor. A successful postdoctoral journey position you forward for academic appointment. It positions you for professorial role. It positions you for research leadership. Do you know something? It positions you for international collaborations. I'm telling you, through this program, you will be refined into a scholar of authority. You will be refined into a researcher of influence. You will be refined into a teacher of influence. You will be refined into a thought leader of global significance. That is what this program will turn you into. This is not merely about career progression. No, it is about building a legacy that outlives you. The future does not wait. It belongs to those who prepare for it. So as I conclude on this charge and this orientation, it is important to reaffirm who you are becoming. You are not merely participants. No, you are knowledge creators after this program. Intellectual leaders, agents of transformation, professors in the making if you choose the path of lecturing. This is what you become at the end of the day. Are we together? Now I want to show you, by the time you are fully admitted, there are about 25 research areas in every field that you must pick one. And then we refine it, and that will be the area where you're going to write your first article, journal article. I will teach you this thing to tell you that research paper and journal article are not the same thing. Conference paper, all those, you are coming to that level. This program is too important for you to miss it. Let me share my screen and show you some of these things. I want you to see what I'm just talking about here, because these things are very, very important. Very, very important. Now you can see what we have here. We are starting with the first one because we have 4 areas of postdoctoral program. The first one is postdoctoral research in applied theology. Can you see it? Applied theology connects faith with real world challenges. The following areas emphasize practical impact and societal transformation. So those of you that are coming in for postdoctoral research in applied theology, I'm going to choose one of these research areas and then we refine it together. Number 1, theology and social justice in contemporary society. Number 2, ethical leadership in faith-based organizations. Number 3, theology of governance and public policy. Number 3, religion and nation building. That is number 4. Number 5, pastoral responses to economic hardship. Number 6, theology of mental health and healing. Number 7, church leadership and organizational effectiveness. The next one, theology of gender and inclusion. The next one, digital theology and online ministry. The next one is theology of conflict resolution and peace building. The next one is faith-based approaches to poverty alleviation. The next one is environmental theology and sustainability. The next one is theology of youth development and empowerment. The next one is the role of religion in political stability. The next one is applied ecclesiology in modern church systems. The next one is theology and human rights advocacy. The next one is spiritual formation and leadership development. The next one is theology of migration and refugee support. The next one is faith and entrepreneurship. The next one is theology of crisis management, pandemics and disasters. Okay. Number 21, we have African contextual theology and cultural integration. Number 22, we have theology of family systems and marriage stability. Number 23, we have media, religion and public influence. 24, we have theology of education and moral development. And then 25, we have intercessions of theology and artificial intelligence. Wow. So those of you coming in for research, postdoctoral research in applied theology, you're going to pick one here, we'll refine it, and you will come up with a research that will stand out. I tell you this in the name of Jesus. Now, those of you coming for postdoctoral research in counseling psychology, this one now is not psychology and counseling, counseling psychology. Are we together? Counseling, you're coming in for postdoctoral in counseling psychology. And these are the areas you're going to pick one of those research areas under counseling psychology. We'll refine it together and you will come up with an article that will stand out globally by the special grace of God. Number one, we have trauma-informed therapy in conflict zones. Number two, we have mental health intervention in low resource settings. Next one, we have cognitive behavioral therapy in diverse culture. Next one, we have faith-based counseling approaches. Next one, we have addictive psychology and biblical rehabilitation models. And next one, we have child and adolescent mental health. The next one, we have psychological effect of social media. The next one, we have depression and anxiety in urban populations. The next one, we have counseling for marital and family stability. The next one, we have suicide prevention strategies. The next one, we have workplace mental health and productivity. The next one, we have psychological resilience and coping mechanism. The next one, we have counseling refugees and displaced populations. The next one, we have gender-based violence and psychological recovery. The next one, we have psycho-spiritual therapy integration. The next one, we have grief, loss, and bereavement counseling. The next one, we have behavioral disorders and early intervention. The next one, we have mental health policy and advocacy. The next one, we have school counseling systems and effectiveness. The next one, we have psychological impact of poverty and inequality. And next one, we have substance abuse and behavioral therapy. The next one, we have personality disorder and treatment models. The next one, we have community-based mental health programs. The next one, we have neuroscience and counseling psychology. The next one, as the last one under counseling psychology, we have digital and teletherapy innovations. Digital and teletherapy, the kind of treatment that is done via online. Digital and teletherapy innovations. These are areas that you're going to choose one from. We refine it together and you will come up with an article that will announce you globally. I tell you, it will announce you globally. Number three, postdoctoral research in interreligious studies. Now, these are the areas you're going to choose one if you're coming for this. We have interfaith dialogue and conflict resolution. We have religion and peace building in conflict regions, comparative theology and religious understanding, religious pluralism in modern societies, interreligious approaches to social justice, faith and diplomacy in international relations, religion and global ethics, dialogue between Christianity, Islam, and traditional religions, religious identity and social cohesion, interfaith responses to extremism, religion and human rights, cultural integration and religious diversity, women in interreligious dialogue, youth engagement in interfaith peace building, religion and migration issues, theology of religion, religious tolerance, interfaith education system, religious narratives and conflict transformation, religion and environmental responsibility, digital platforms for interfaith engagement. Let me switch to solar. Just give me a few minutes. All right. Thank you for your patience. Okay, so digital platforms for interfaith engagement, sacred text and comparative interpretation, interreligious approaches to ethics and morality, religion and national unity, faith-based mediation strategies, and lastly, globalization and religious integration. That's for those going for postdoctoral research in interreligious studies. So the last one is postdoctoral research in educational management for those that have PhD in Christian education. You pick one from here: leadership models in educational institutions, educational policy development and implementation, quality assurance in higher education, strategic planning in academic institutions, educational leadership and organizational change, school administration and governance, innovation in teaching and learning system, digital transformation in education, curriculum development and reform, teacher training and professional development, educational finance and resource management, student performance and institutional outcome, leadership in faith-based educational institution, inclusive education and special needs management, globalization and higher education system, educational technology integration, crisis management in educational institution, academic leadership and decision making, monitoring and evaluation in education, policy analysis in education system, institutional branding and reputation management, education and sustainable development, private versus public education management, student engagement and retention strategy, and then governance and accountability in education. These are powerful areas of research. Powerful areas of research that you're going to pick one and we develop it into a world-class article that people will be begging you to publish in their journals. And it will announce you globally, and pave the way for you to get to the peak of your career. All right. The next thing I want you to know, the current postdoctoral student fellows we have, they are not students. Please, as you are coming, don't call yourself a student. You are no longer a student. Postdoctoral fellows are not students. You are a postdoctoral fellow. By the time you are done with your admission, we said you are listening. You call yourself a postdoctoral fellow, not a postdoctoral student. Students should stop at the doctoral level. Are we together? The current student paid 350,000 naira as the fee for postdoctoral program. We have reviewed degree, masters, and PhD school fees a bit upward review. But for postdoctoral, we are not adding anything. We are not doing upward review. We are still going to maintain the 350,000 naira for postdoctoral program. We have two payment plans. The first payment plan is this. If you are paying outrightly, there is a discount of 50,000 naira. So if you are paying at once, you pay 300,000. If you want to pay twice, the first payment is 200,000. The second payment is 150,000. That means you will pay the complete 350,000 if you are paying twice. I take that again. We didn't increase the school fees, the fees for postdoctoral program. The current student we have, fellows we have, they pay 350,000. So, and this opportunity we are giving you, we didn't give them that some of them should pay 350. If you tell them we will add your own to 400, if you tell them that we are making this discount for you, if you tell them your own will not be 350,000 naira. So this one is between us. Okay, so the 350,000 naira, if you pay 300,000 at once, then you will enjoy 50%, 50,000 naira discount. But if you are not in the position to pay 300,000 naira, you pay 200,000, but know that you are paying 150,000, you will pay the 350,000. Now, this is what we are going to do. The moment we release admission letters to you, okay, we will start counting from the payment being made. We will start counting. Okay, you are the first person you pay, you will be number one, and we will be counting it and we will be telling you. The moment we reach number 20, we will stop. The moment we reach number 20, we will stop. We even tell you, when we reach number 20, don't make payment. If you go ahead and make payment, your money will not enter the school account and we will give you back. Yeah? Your money will not enter. It is a sin for your money to enter the school account, for the school to remove it and give you. Where is it found in the Bible? Don't worry, I will show you. So don't. The moment we said we have the number, the required number, or they don't pay, and you went and pay, just know that we may book you against next year, and that next year there is going to be an upward review. Next one is not going to be 350,000, please. Okay, so you have the opportunity now. Do it once and for all. Do it once and for all. You leave it, you want to do it later, other things will come. At the end of the day, you will not be able to do it. Now that your brain is hot from the dissertation, from the little SPSS, move directly into this and then crown it up all and come out as a globally recognized scholar who is pushing to the peak of his or her career. Okay, so that is my counsel for you. Now, the admission letter will be ready before this week runs out, and we will tell you when the payment will start. You know, the moment we release admission letter to you, the account number and everything will be there. And so if you are serious for this program, you just go ahead, you make your payment, and then you book your slot. The moment you make payment, we will give you number. We will send a number to you directly. We will send a number. We will tell you that you are number this, and that is how it will be there. So that at the end of the day, you understand, when we get up to 20, if we stretch up to 20 and we go down, after 20, we will not be giving numbers again. So please, that is how the program is going to go, and that is how the formula we're going to use to be able to get the 20 people that will use that will admit for the 2026/2027 academic session, okay, for this postdoctoral program. This is an opportunity that you must not miss. There are a lot of things, okay, that are involved here. By the time you start this program, you learn a lot. You're going to write what is called an academic book that can be used as a textbook in schools. We will teach you how to do. There will be no dull moment by the grace of God. There will be no dull moment. You are not writing exams. You are not jacking to write exams. No, you concentrate on this, because at this level, you are becoming a creator of knowledge. That is what you will become. We will turn you into great scholars at the end of this program by the help of God and with your cooperation and determination. With this viewpoint of mine, I hope you are convinced and not confused that postdoctoral program is a good program to do. It's a good program to apply for. It's a good program to enroll for or enroll in. Okay? So as soon as your admission letters are ready, we'll release them, and then you go ahead, you make your payment, send your proof of payment, we confirm it, we'll give you a number, and then we'll start taking number from there. God bless you, bless the work of your hands, and I pray that God will bless you financially to be able to meet up with the financial requirement for this program. And as you do that, you will get to the peak of your career, and the name of the Lord will be glorified in and through your lives. In Jesus' mighty name. Amen. And bye-bye for now.